This was just fucking amazing. The finale of episode 4 of The Night of the Seven Kingdoms was absolutely awesome. I'm still under a massive impression. When the knight in Targaryen armor rode out, I first thought it was Baelor's son and that he would take Duncan's side. But it turned out to be Baelor himself. I don't know if Baelor did this from the bottom of his heart, but I really want to believe that he did, because it was the right choice. He is a Targaryen, and many people already hate the Targaryens because of idiots like Aerion, who do immoral things like we saw in the previous episodes. Did you notice that when Baelor announced he would stand on Dunk's side, it was common people who started cheering and clapping first? I think this move by Baelor was great both morally and honor-wise, and also from a PR perspective, because he literally took the side of the people when he joined Duncan. They even showed the face of one of the girls of the oldest profession, who was also surprised and clearly happy about it. I think Baelor understands that the Targaryens no longer have dragons, and now they need to win the favor of the common folk by setting an example, showing that honor still exists, instead of scaring people with dragons and guards. I also really love Duncan's speech about how children take examples from their parents, from their actions and decisions. And right after that we see Baelor ride out of the gates on horseback and join Duncan, becoming a perfect example for Egg. You can clearly see how happy Egg was that at least someone from House Targaryen stood on the side of truth against lawlessness. And from Egg's face you can tell how much respect he gained for Baelor. There are so many genuinely awesome moments in this episode. In my review of the previous episode, I said that it looked like Duncan would not be able to gather any knights, but I was wrong. This episode was a huge surprise for me and a very pleasant one. Here I finally saw Raymond Fossaway start to grow up, and when Stefan Fossaway betrays Dunk, Raymond doesn't tolerate it for the first time. He pushes Stefan away and when decides, for Dunk's sake, to become a knight and fight for him in this battle. That was incredible cool. Raymond Fossaway is one of my favorite characters in the show so far. I really like his storyline and how he develops and becomes better and braver. The scene where he is knight was amazing. I literally got goosebumps from that moment. I really hope he survives the upcoming fight. The only thing that confused me a bit was why Duncan hesitated and didn't calmly knight Raymond right away. I have two possible explanations in my head. The first is that he's simply afraid for him, and also that he's never done this before, so he lacks the confidence to do it. The second option is that Duncan himself might never have been knighted by his mentor, and I think the scene in this same episode hints at that, where the old man shrugs as if he never knighted Dunk. For now it's unclear how this will turn out. Maybe we're just messing with us, and Dunk is a true knight, not an imposter. But even if he is an imposter, he still deserves to be a knight more than anyone else. This episode is definitely the strongest one so far. The previous episodes were great in their simplicity and without wham. Episode 4 would not have been nearly as powerful. In my review of the previous episode, I mentioned that I hadn't read the book and was thinking about reading it soon, but after watching episode 4 I realized that it's better not to read the book right now. If I had known the events of this episode beforehand, I wouldn't have been this impressed. So for now I'm not going to read it. I want to experience all these emotions directly from this incredible show. I'm really looking forward to the next episode. I'm loving everything about this show so far. By the way, I really like how ordinary people also stood on Dunk's side, seeing him as their protector. Even the armorer made a stronger shield for Dunk, basically for free, and you can clearly see that he's on our knight's side. And it's a shame that Tansel left for Dorn, although it was obviously the most logical and safe choice for her. I really hope we'll see her again, and most importantly, that Dunk will see her again. After all, they make a great couple for the Nimble Republic.